All right, LDBC, LDMMAC. This is your boy, the Coach Show live on the Coach Show, the Coach Show live. Okay, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and say this outright. Jon Jones need to leave the UFC. He need to go. Get out the UFC. Okay. The bag right now is Ngannou. Okay. Look, Ngannou right now is a bag in boxing, and Ngannou right now is a bag in MMA. I think Jon Jones. I don't know how many more fights Jon Jones got on his contract. I don't know. He need to find a way to buy his way out of his UFC contracts. Okay, get out of there. Because I can guarantee you, the PFL, they want to make this fight. The PFL want this fight. I guarantee you they want to make it. Man, it'd be good if Jon Jones can get up out of there, man. Because first of all, with these big time fighters, I think a lot of people are starting to wake up. I think a lot of fighters, they're starting to wake up. Ngannou woke up. Demetrius Johnson woke up. They woke up. They were like, wait a minute, man. Something is wrong. Even Sugar Sean O'Malley, he woke up. He was like, look, if y'all want me to fight in these main events, you guys are going to have to restructure my contract. And that's what they had to do for him. He was like, I can't keep going out here. You know, and I think Sean O'Malley, now I be on him. But I tell you, you know, the man during there like broke his ankle or, you know, like no, fractured his leg, fractured it. And the man finished the fight on one leg and, you know, he made peanuts for that fight. And Sean O'Malley just said, no, hey, listen, y'all not finna pay me this anymore. Y'all finna actually make it worth my while to be out there. This is what I got to go through. Like, it's crazy, man. But Jon Jones need to wake up. Like, he legit need to wake up and, like, look, man, Ngannou is finna make a bag all year long. And you don't really hear Jon Jones talk about money. You don't really hear him talk about money. But there was a period of time where Jon Jones didn't fight for years. And I think Jon Jones going on what, his third year not fighting? I'm sure he need money. I'm pretty sure, maybe I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure Jon Jones might need a bag. It's time, man. Like, it's time for Jon Jones to go. The PFL, they would take him. I guarantee you that they would compensate Jon Jones very, very well. And the PFL would go into debt to get Jon Jones because they know that they would make the money back if they can make an Ngannou versus Jones fight. Dana White was stupid, okay? He was dumb in his aspect. He didn't want to pay these guys. He didn't want to pay him. And then when Dana White came back with an offer for Ngannou, it was a 6-fight deal for $10 million. 6-fight deal for $10 million. And it's like Ngannou, you know, it took him a while because they had to go to the PFL. They had to go to the PFL to see what the PFL was willing to do. The PFL, they damn near doubled that offer, y'all. The PFL paid him twice as much per fight. Okay? And moreover, not even that we talking base pay. We talking Ngannou's base pay. Okay? This don't even include sponsors. And the man finna get a hell of a lot of sponsors. And this, if they can get Jon Jones there, and I'm pretty sure that somebody at the PFL done thought about this. I know I'm not the first person to be like, yeah, you know, Jon ought to go to the PFL. I'm not the first person. I am not the first person to do. Like, I'm pretty sure the PFL probably done thought about how they can get Jon Jones there. I wouldn't even be shocked, man, if there are representatives at the PFL willing to buy Jon Jones out of the UFC just so they can make this fight. Wouldn't that be something, man, if they could buy him out of the UFC? If they can buy him out and bring him over to the PFL. And you know Jon Jones will make stupid amounts of money over there. I mean, they're paying what I heard, reportedly. They paid Kayla Harrison $500,000 a fight. $500,000 to go in there and beat these tomato cans. And Ngannou already reported, it's been reported that he can make upwards of $3 million a fight. Like, you know that they'll pay stupid money. And you know that fight will sell well. It'll probably have to be on a pay-per-view, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the PFL would put it on a pay-per-view. But the damn fight will sell. And then you get your undercards. You get your undercards off and popping. You put Larissa Pacheco down there somewhere. Okay? I mean, you make this thing a blood bash. And I tell you what, the PFL can start to shift their focus into becoming just as big as the UFC. It's still going to take a lot of stars. It's going to take a lot of stars. And the PFL, whoever is behind them, they're going to have to be patient. They got to be patient. Because the UFC, they keep signing people. And unfortunately for the PFL, the UFC, they've got the name. So everybody, they don't even call MMA, they call it UFC. The UFC is synonymous with MMA. So the PFL, they're going to have to sign multiple stars, have multiple pay-per-views to be able to compete with the UFC. But I think if they can get Jon Jones, it's a step in the right direction. And I don't get why. Why does Jon Jones, why is he so loyal to the UFC? I never understood why he's so loyal. Like, Jon Jones is a loyal dude, okay? I get that. I get Jon Jones is loyal, okay? And I'm pretty sure, Jon Jones and Dana White, they're always cordial. They're always cordial. Even when Jon Jones got popped, you notice Dana White really didn't go in on him. Like, that was crazy. I thought Dana White was finna say, Jon. And you remember when Jon was effing up? I mean, Dana White just pretty much said, hey, Jon just need to, really focus and try to get himself back on track and, really think about some things. Like, Dana White could have went, like, a lot of people went in on Jon Jones. I noticed that Dana White didn't really do it. So I think they have a mutual respect, okay? I think they do. But I don't know, like, somebody gotta be in Jon's ear. A manager like, yo, Jon, you probably can make a lot of money. Let's entertain the PFL. Let's see what the PFL can do, if it's possible. I'm not saying that buying out the contract is possible. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Like, maybe, like Jon Jones will have to take a penalty for being released from his contract. Because, I mean, I've heard, Dana, they've released fighters from their contracts before. They've done it before. But I think the fighter has to pay, like, some crazy-ass penalty to be released from that contract. Some fighters have. They've been released. I mean, I don't think Jon Jones, a guy his stature, I don't think he would have as tough as time in getting out of that contract. Or maybe, they did a trade like one championships in the UFC. Y'all remember that year where they did a trade for Ben Askren and Demetrius Johnson? Y'all remember that? They traded them? Who you think won in that deal? Damn sure wasn't the UFC. But maybe they can trade Jon Jones. Maybe. I mean, y'all, it's something that needs to be talked about, because there's no way that we go another year without this fight. Now, they're talking Ngannou and Deontay Wilder in boxing, which that's going to be a hell of a fight. But it's like, okay, cool. But what about this fight lingering in MMA? This fight still got to be made. Folks, the biggest fight in MMA right now that can be made, probably the biggest fight of the decade that can be made, is Ngannou versus Jones. Jon got to get the hell out of there. Jon got to go. Like, they got to go. They got to figure out something. Because Jon Jones still wants this guy in the octagon. He want him. And, Ngannou didn't want to play with the UFC. He didn't want to play ball with them, man. Like, Ngannou was done with the UFC. He didn't want to do no more dealings with him. I don't know. And see, here go the thing, too, man, what pissed me off. That you give the man a $10 million contract for 6 fights. The UFC, they got the money to double that. Yeah, I mean, y'all know that. They could have doubled it, but still, Ngannou still would have been short, because he don't get to have the sponsorships. He don't get it. Like, Ngannou still can make even more money because of sponsors. You get that in the PFL. I don't understand, why the UFC, they got to take all of the damn money. All of it. I mean, I think Ariel Helwani, with his big ass nose, reported that the UFC, they signed that crypto deal, like, worth $175 million a year. And the fighters don't see one penny of that. But you still pay these mofos a Venom payment, which, have y'all seen some of those Venom bonuses? Man, them bonuses, it's like, okay, so this what y'all gonna give me? Like, it's garbage, bro. These Venom bonuses are garbage compared to what they should be making. And I'm talking about, man, like literally. Some of them like 5,000. Like, what? And then it depends on who you are. And, you know, I've seen some as much as 50 grand, 100 grand. But it just depends on who you are. You know, they can make 5 times that amount in sponsorship money. Y'all know that? Do y'all know that these guys can make damn near 5 times the amount of that money in sponsorship? Oh, absolutely they can. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I think John Jones going to hang around and, you know, wear out his contract. And we probably may not ever get to see this fight. Thanks, Dana White, you bald-headed